When people talk about survival items, they often think this fancy, pre-packed, nice and shiny survival kit crap is saving lives. But it isn't. Having 2 meters of fishing line, a small pencil, a shitty button compass, some tin foil, a single match with no way to strike, and so on is not worth a single cent of your hard-earned money. Nor does it help in any way to keep your ass alive. When we talk about the survival kit, we're gonna make it right. In this video, I want to show you what it takes to stay alive with a well-built survival kit. Already pre-packed survival kits often don't fit your needs, or worse, may fail when your life is on the line. By simply pack a few things that are cheap and reliable, you ensure that your life is going on in worst case scenarios. But be aware, just buying and carrying gear does not help at all. Knowledge is the key to survival. Knowledge is the key to survival. Knowledge is the key to survival.
Knowledge is the key to survival.
Let's talk about the bare essentials of living first. We have shelter, we have water, we have fire, we have food. Navigation and first aid or medical supplies will help you stay alive for a longer period of time. But let's stay with the bare essentials. The human body can live and withstand the elements without shelter in harsh conditions for around 3 hours. So having the ability to either create a natural shelter or having one in your kit is saving your ass. The clothing you wear is already shelter, so choose the right clothing for your environment and think about the weather going worse. Besides that, a cheap and easy way to create a shelter is by carrying a big, heavy trash bag. You can do so much with a cheap thing like a trash bag, from building roofs, lean-tos, a distill, collecting things, fill it up with leaves to create an insulated sleeping bag, catch rainwater and much more. And the best thing is, 2 trash bags are cheaper, lighter and much more versatile than a tarp or tent. Of course, I prefer a huge tarp or tent when doing some bushcraft or camping trips. But we talk about a survival kit here, right? Beside a trash bag, you would also consider a poncho from the surplus store. That will serve you the same way like a trash bag. So that's shelter covered. Water is vital and the second priority when it comes to survival. 3 days without water and you're dead. The last thing you want to have is dehydration. The ability to collect and transport water is very important and the key element for our survival kit. Because water is most of the time contaminated with bacteria and viruses, you have to ensure that you are able to purify it at all cost. A simple and reliable way is to boil it or disinfect it with some water purification tablets. Good water kit isn't very expensive. Take a military water bottle with a nested metal cup and you're good to go. If you want to spend a little more, you can get a stainless steel bottle that provides both water transport and boiling ability. As said before, you need to boil the water and therefore you'll need fire. Which brings us to the next item on our list. Fire gives you not just a way to purify water, it also provides warmth for your shelter, dries out your clothing, gives you a morale boost, is nature's TV, makes some food edible that you can't eat raw, helps with the colds when you have poisoned yourself or having diarrhea, signals for help, keeps away predators and much more. There are a lot of ways to light a fire, and rubbing 2 sticks together is a pain in the ass, as well as unreliable for all common people that are not trained or live in the wrong place. It may work well in desert environments, but in the rain or snow with sticks from nature, it is nearly impossible and will suck a huge amount of calories out of your body. A great, easy and cheap way to create fire is a so-called Firesteel. Developed by the military and available to everybody. this would be my first choice for a survival kit. Grab yourself some dry tinder or other things that take a good spark, and you are close to feel like home, with a strong and hot fire in the middle of the wild. Last but not least important is food. Although the human body can theoretically survive for 3 weeks without any food, in real it's not possible. Keeping yourself alive is hard work. All the shelter building, all the water collecting, all the firewood you have to organize, all the elements that you have to deal with takes all the energy you can afford. And to replace those calories, you need to eat. Don't leave home with at least a protein or energy bar, but when it's gone, you have to deal with other food. Carrying a load of food is not part of a survival kit, but realistic when doing camping. In a survival situation, you have to eat everything that comes along. If this means you have to eat grubs or other nice things, you have to deal with it. Don't be squeamish and eat it. Otherwise, a body bag is the last tool you'll ever need. Having the knowledge to build traps and snares, having the knowledge to build shelter and purify water, having any survival knowledge at all, increase your chance to survive, and most of the time makes the difference of getting home on foot or dead in a body bag. There is one tool left for our survival kit that helps with all the tasks, from shelter building to water, from fire to food, and that's a knife. I won't tell you which knife you should take, because even the smallest knife will help you to stay alive. But you should consider on spending the biggest amount of money in your knife. This tool is key and very much needed in survival. Survival isn't pretty at all. Survival is all about staying alive when your life is on the line. So having the right tools with you gives you a great chance of survival. As for the rest, you need to improvise, adapt the situation and overcome it. So here are my personal 5 items that I can recommend as a survival kit, and which is proved on many adventures. A true survival kit that works for everyone. Sure, you can extend the kit depending on personal preference, but talking about the bare minimum, that's the way I would go. Thanks for watching. Mike out.